Everyone. I'm so glad you can meet with me today. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about TumbleBooks. We have various collections for different age ranges, different grade levels, and basically what we are animated talking picture books. Now on this page here, I just wanted to leave an email, info@tumblebooks.com. If you ever did want a free trial down the road or whatnot, we have created one for you. The username is WiLS demo and the password is trial. And I'll put this back up at the end, but you can jot that down just in case. I did want to go through some points in terms of why TumbleBooks might be a good fit for your schools and your libraries. Basically, our books are available 24/7. So that means that you don't have any downtime. You don't have to worry about downloading any books. They're always available to you, even during the summer. We have unlimited usage, meaning that as many children as possible can view any one book at any one time. We do include, in addition to our books, we include educational resources. So we have lesson plans, we have quizzes, we have ways that you can assign books to really make it as beneficial to you in the classroom as possible. And our collection includes a variety of materials. So we don't only have books, we have videos, we have books on math, graphic novels, and so forth. We do also include books in other languages, so French and Spanish in addition to English. If you wanted to co-brand your homepage, you could do that. You could send us your logo, for example, and I'll show you how that looks later on. And basically, it's a fun reading experience for all ages. So these ebooks are really a great interactive way to get kids hooked on reading and then hopefully continue throughout all of their school grades. So we do have a collection for every grade level, and we'll go through that in turn. So let me just turn to the home page. Now this is the TumbleBookLibrary home page, and this is the page for your specific demo today. Excuse me. This is the collection for K to 6. So we have animated talking picture books, but we don't have books only for the younger kids just starting out. We also have chapter books. So as they're progressing in their reading, there's going to be something for everybody here. This is what the home page looks like. There are over 1,400 excuse me, resources in this collection. And so in order to keep the information fresh, we do highlight a book of the day or a video of the day to help you sort of navigate through. On the homepage, we always put the new books up front and center, so you'll see them here. And we have a variety of different subcategories just to help you navigate through. Okay, but what I did want to look at today, just to kind of give you a sense of what's included, is all of the different subcategories here where you'll start out your reading journeys in the storybooks. These are for the youngest kids. They have animation.
Rachela, I think we might not be seeing your screen. I think what we're seeing right now still are slides.
Okay, let me just try to switch that here. Are you seeing it now?
Yes, now we're seeing the web page.
Okay, sorry about that. So let me just quickly go back to the home page. This is where you're going to see the book of the day that I talked about, the video of the day, all the new, fresh information. This is when you first log in. When you go to storybooks, and each tab is actually not just a different type of book, but a different type of interface as well. So under storybooks, here's where we're going to have the animated talking picture books, and I'll play one for you. This is the fun part, you know, getting to watch these books, and then we can learn a little bit more about the interface here. Now, in order to launch it, you click on the read online or the cover. We also have a you may also like section, so we recommend titles for you based on this particular book if you liked it. And that, again, there's over 1,400 titles, helps you navigate through. For every title, we have quizzes and lesson plans associated with them, reading levels, grade levels, and so forth. When you see tumble time, this is the time that the narration is set. It doesn't mean that's the time that that particular reader will take to read it. So let's launch the book so you can see what one of these looks like.
The early bird wakes Bailey up. It's time to start the day and get ready for school. Don't be late. Bailey washes up and smooths.
Now, you do have the opportunity to customize your reading experience. As you saw, I could pause a page at any time. I could put the audio on or off, so I don't necessarily have to have that narration if I didn't want it. You could progress at your own pace by turning the pages. You don't have to wait for the narration to do that. Now, I wish I could play many of the books. I mean, there's so many wonderful graphics and that sort of thing here, but I really just wanted you to get a flavor of what each different book type looks like. So these are what the animated picture books look like. Next, as children are, progressing in their reading skills, they're going to be moving on to chapter books, but they might still want that audio component to it. So here we have read-alongs. Read-alongs retain that audio component, and you'll see we have anything from early readers to more advanced readers. Okay, so let's just click on one of these. Again, we have the You May Also Like section, the different reading levels, word counts, and so forth, and quizzes, and that's that information. If you click on here, you'll notice that I have a play button. Now, this will distinguish the read-alongs from the ebooks. Basically, these are the chapter books with audio. And again, I can customize it, have the audio or not, but let's put it on for today.
Chapter 1. Where are you, Lady Jane? Nell Mellis finished saying her prayers and hopped into bed. Tomorrow she would be 8.
Okay, so the text is highlighted as it's read aloud. You do have an opportunity to change the interface a little bit more here than you did with the storybooks. You can change the text. So you can change the size, the default, and even the text. And there you go. You can actually change the color of the screen. So if you're having some trouble with the black and white screen, you can always change it to make it more comfortable. You can add notes and bookmarks and so forth. Because these are longer books, you're not going to finish them all in one session. So you do have that ability to do that as well. Okay, next we have ebooks. And again, these are chapter books. And the interface is the same. You just don't have that play button, no audio component to it. Okay. Next, we have graphic novels. Now, when we added these to the site, they were hugely popular. I think they accounted for something like 80% of the book views in certain accounts when we first added them. So very popular with the kids. And you just click on it. These function like an ebook, so you would just scroll through them. And you have a chapter menu, jump to different chapters and so forth. Okay. And we also have nonfiction. So this isn't just a resource for, storybooks. We do have books on nonfiction. We have geography, history, for example, all of these titles here. We have videos related to nonfiction as well. So they might be about animals, they might be about biology. So any of the nonfiction and the videos sort of paired together in the fact that they're dealing with nonfiction. Then we have language learning. So here's where you're going to see all of the books in French and in Spanish. A lot of the titles are available in 2 languages. The Robert Munch books, for example, available in Spanish as well as in English. Okay, so if you wanted to navigate actually in an entirely different language, you could. At the language drop down at the very top, you would click Francais to see the whole page in French, or Espanol to see it in Spanish. And this would allow you to navigate in that language. So if you have someone who's speaking Spanish and just learning English, they could navigate in their home language and then sort of pick and choose the books that way. Okay, but for today, we'll go back to English just to, there we go. And then we have playlists. So what playlists are, because I said there are so many books within the collection, what we've done is create pre-made playlists for you. So there are different times, like 10 to 20 minutes, but also different themes. This particular playlist, for example, is about art class, has different titles, 1, 2, 3 titles related to art. And they would play one after the other, so you don't then have to search the website for them. Okay, under the playlist section, we also have bilingual playlists. So as I mentioned, we have books in 2 languages. Here's where you would find them. And that way you would play one right after the other. So Beautiful Moon, Bella Luna would play one right after the other. Okay, and lastly, we have puzzles and games. So this is a great way to hook kids, if they want to start with the game and then read the book, or vice versa. Now, a lot of these games act sort of as quizzes because you're reinforcing what you've learned in the particular title. You might be, matching sentences like this particular one. And it gives you immediate feedback so you know what you've got correct and incorrect. Okay. So that's what one of the puzzles and games looks like. Now, we do have different functions for teachers. So if you visit the Common Core, this is where we'll have all of the quizzes and lesson plans listed according to standard. So KRL4, for example, you'll see all of these titles. And that means that any quiz and lesson plan is associated with that particular standard as well as others. So if I click on quizzes, you get immediate feedback. We'll do a quick quiz for today. And again, it has audio. You can actually read out the questions and the answers. And I'll just choose A so you can see what happens at the end. The quick quiz is about 5 questions. A full quiz is about 10. So you get immediate feedback on how you've done. You can print the results and that would email it to your teacher if you want to save it as a PDF and whatnot. Okay. If you ever forget on how to tumble, we do have this section here and how to videos. These are short videos on how to make assignments, book reports, how to use a Common Core. We just basically touched on that really quickly today. But I will let you know at the bottom of the page under Tumble Admin, you see a variety of different information here. You see your book views per month as well as the last 3 years. Any marketing material, if you wanted to send letter home to parents, if you wanted your URL, bookmarks and icons, that sort of thing is available here. Importantly, we have the My Assignments section, and I did create an account for today's demo. I've created a class called Geography. So now anytime I view a book when I'm logged in as I am now, I can add this and assign it. Now you didn't see this before because basically I wasn't signed in as a teacher, but now that I've clicked on my assignments, I'm signed in. Now if I sign out as a teacher and I log in at the very top, this is where students are going to find their class. And when they log in, they'll see all of the books that are assigned to that particular class. Okay, so there's a particular, I made a geography class and then I've chosen 2 books along with some instructions. Okay, so this assignment feature is really great for a teacher. There is no, let's say, limit to the amount of classes you can create. Even within a class, you can create different ones. If you have students, you know, working on a geography project versus a history project or a biography project, you can make different classes there and then just assign books. Okay, so that is what the assignments feature is like. In the index, if you're using Google Classroom or using this from home, you wanted to, let's say, you know, have the direct link to a specific title and not specifically to this collection, you could do that. You click on the book ID. Whoops. You click on the book ID and you can copy paste that direct link. So that's the direct link to that particular title. Now you can use this, like I said, in Google Classrooms. If you wanted to highlight this on the library webpage, if you were doing something, you know, specific for that month for your school, you could always do that. Okay. Now, we'll go back home. This particular collection, as I mentioned, is for K-6. Similarly, we have TumbleMath. This is a newer collection for us. And when you log in, you'll see that it's set up much like the TumbleBookLibrary. They're animated talking picture books, but these are all math related. And so we have a quiz portal where you'll be able to find the math related quizzes. You also have different categories here. So time and temperature, for example, we have this particular title.
Time, a specific moment as shown in the hour, minute, and second.
Okay, so TumbleMath, you can toggle between TumbleMath and TumbleBookLibrary if you have a subscription to both. So because it addresses the same grade level, so K-6. Next, and I won't go through everything just because I went through the TumbleBookLibrary, much of the same functionality is here, such as the quizzes and the admin and so forth, assigning and all of that. I do want to introduce you to TeenBookCloud. This is for middle and high school, and we really want, you know, the kids to grow along with TumbleBooks, and we want to grow along with them too. So just because they're, you know, moving from kindergarten to grade 6 and so forth, and then to high school, doesn't mean we don't want them to continue on with TumbleBooks. We have AP English here, audiobooks, videos, graphic novels, enhanced ebooks, which are essentially read-alongs. They have that audio component as well as the text, drama, poetry, and so forth. Again, we have the Common Core portal. I mean, there are so many things that I could talk about today, but I don't want to take up too much time, I do want to go back and just let you know that if you do have a free trial until the end of December, if you wanted another one at some point, you can contact WiLS or you can contact us and we can set that up. But for now, you do have that free trial. So I hope that you've enjoyed this short presentation and just getting to, having you get to know the collections a little bit more. But we hope that you will try it out and try some of the books.
Rachela, thank you so much for that. We had one question come into the chat, and I want to give you a chance to answer that quick before we move on. Barb asks, are there different levels to the subscription to TumbleBooks? We currently subscribe, but I do not see graphic novels or ebooks as a choice, tab choice on the top when she's logged in.
Okay, that's a good question. So for some of our subscribers that have subscribed in the past, we did have a tier of this particular collection, TumbleBookLibrary, that went only from K to 3. And because of that, you won't see a lot of the chapter books like the graphic novels or some of the ebooks. We've discontinued that, but we've kept it for the current subscribers who want to continue it. But any new subscriber is only going to see this particular collection that is for K to 6. It's more expansive. It has more variety for an elementary school. And if you wanted to upgrade to have this particular one, since you already subscribed, you probably get discounts. You can email us for quotes and that sort of thing.
Great. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I wasn't here to introduce you. My computer crashed right in the middle of our previous presenter, but I'm all caught up now. And I think that was the only question we had. So thank you again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.